When the announcement came, it caught a lot of people off guard, myself included. My whole life, everything has revolved around the steel plant.
We are working to provide opportunity here so that the least number of people possible have to leave town.
I'm going to follow a different path, go to another career, another job, another opportunity. One opportunity is gone and a new opportunity arises.
Here in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, you have a frontline view of the effects of U.S. tariffs. Algoma Steel, the city's largest employer here, is about to lay off 1,000 workers. Now, under President Trump, tariffs on any industry are a possibility. So what's happening here could happen anywhere across the country. So I've come to Sault Ste. Marie to see what I can learn from the people as they deal with the crisis. Bill Slater, president of one of the steelworker unions here, meets Travis Young right after his shift at Algoma Steel.
As of right now, you're still on the layoff list, but I don't.
Travis is a supervisor at Algoma. After being with the company for 15 years, he's one of the 1,000 people who'll be laid off in March.
I don't think I've missed a shift. I've worked around every family event. I've even gone into work when I'm scheduled to work on my kids' birthdays. Like, I feel like I'm a good employee, and then all of a sudden, it's how do I put food on the table? How do I pay my mortgage? How do I, clothe my kids? It's all of these questions, everything's coming at you at once, and you don't have any answers.
Travis is already looking for a new job, anywhere. But he knows that all the other laid off workers are too.
I know it's a stressful time. If there's outside help that you need, we can help with that too. Okay.
That Algoma is letting go almost 40% of its workforce, Bill says, affects the whole company.
It's emotional time for people that are being laid off. It's emotional time for people that are bumping into another job based on their seniority, and there's feelings of guilt because then somebody else is being laid off. We need to make sure that people are laid off in a fair manner.
Union executives meet to make sure laid-off workers get the help they need to find new jobs.
Okay. These layoffs, March 23rd, it's going to come quicker than we think. It's the whole gamut of negative emotions for people trying to figure out how to move on with their life.
Can I come in?
Yeah, please.
With Sault Ste. Marie facing a crisis,
Mr. Mayor?
I go to the mayor's office to see what's being done about it.
How's it looking today?
It's looking not too bad.
Mayor Matthew Shoemaker meets with Tom Vare, one of the city's top administrators. They need jobs, and fast.
The plans that we are drawing up are not just to try and salvage 1,000 jobs in the community. It's try to bring 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 new jobs to the community, because that will be the overall impact of Algoma's reduction in their direct workforce.
We talked to a laid-off worker who's actively searching for work outside of Sault Ste. Marie. What would be your message to him?
There is not 1,000 jobs right now to fill the gap, and so I understand the need of everybody to look after their family. That's what we're all, trying to do, coming to work day in and day out.
One of our key goals is to keep people in Sault Ste. Marie.
I don't mean to interrupt, but on those new opportunities, obviously the port's the big one.
The mayor's big bet is to speed up construction of a long-promised deepwater port here. After an investment from the federal government of $400,000 in 2024, the city just received another $230,000 to finish the development plan. The mayor hopes as workers get laid off from Algoma, they'll get hired to build the port.
We could start building this port project this spring to align perfectly with the Algoma Steel layoffs if we can get the money from the federal and provincial governments to do it, and that's where our focus is.
The reality is time is tight for the port project to happen. There's only a few months before the layoffs. So it's no wonder people are anxious.
There's nothing left in this old steel town. No more iron running from the river down.
Joseph Cargie feels it. He's a musician in town, and his father was laid off from Algoma Steel when Joseph was a kid.
This is very personal. This is personal to everybody here. When my dad was laid off back in the 90s, that was a gut check, right? As a little kid, you don't necessarily know what's going on, but you can feel it. The tensions heightened, that sense of insecurity, that home insecurity, and that, where's this all going to end up? There's nothing left in this old steel.
What I learned from Joseph is that layoffs are part of the history of Sault Ste. Marie, part of its DNA.
They said, just give us tax breaks now. Headlines always make, CEO did this, union did that. No one ever talks about the guy who's actually, or girl, who's actually going to experience and what that process is like. And that's what the song is.
To honor those who've been laid off, that's what you mean.
100%. Just so they're not forgotten, right? There's no one left in this old steel town. Everyone's drained till they bled right out. Down, down, the economy drowned. Down, down, with another working town.
The song is about the generations of families who worked at the steel plant and over the years were laid off. That's Frank DeMarco's story. His father, grandfather, and great-grandfather all worked at Algoma. And after 18 years, Frank's being let go.
It's a tough one to kind of admit. Maybe the failure? I failed at that. I failed at my job, but it wasn't me. I didn't fail.
But you still own it as a person.
I owned it. Very much I owned it. Yes, I owned it.
Now, Frank has been laid off 4 times over the years, twice from Algoma Steel. You might be surprised by his positive attitude.
In the last 5 years of my life, I've been a supervisor at a most predominant, high-level producing steel mill. I have all this knowledge, all this training that I've been given in the last 5 years. Instead of looking at it that it's a crush to my persona. I have added value to myself.
The news of the layoffs has cast a bit of gloom onto Sault Ste. Marie. How do you see the situation?
We're not a ghost town. We don't have a bunch of rows and rows and rows of empty homes, and we haven't shut down. I don't believe the city's going to shut down. I think Sault Ste. Marie has got strength. We got pride, and I think we're going to do okay.
For years, Sault Ste. Marie, like much of Canada, has relied on the U.S. market. Now that's uncertain. And the need to pivot and change is something many of us face, especially workers like Travis Young, who only has a couple of months before he loses his job.
How's things going?
It's rough. You finish your shift, you go home, and that's rough because I don't know what's going on come March. I don't know where I'll be, what I'm doing. So that weighs on you. A lot of sleepless nights.
What would you say is on the line for you now?
My family, basically. If I can't support them here, we have to go somewhere else.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll do anything. I want to stay here with my kids, with my family. It's hard all around for everybody. The community, everybody's going to suffer with this.